humans didn't look like this. They looked more like this, only able to move about on all fours. Now they can run. The apes have always been tops in the trees, much better than humans, with much stronger arms and flatter, grippier feet. They're the real swingers. A human's strength doesn't lie in its arms and shoulders, but in its long, powerful legs. Big thigh and bottom muscles give speed and agility on the forest floor. The best thing on two legs.
Yeah! What a body, very impressive.
Thanks very much, Nick. As you might have guessed, this week's programme is going to show you how much our bodies have changed in the last few million years.
Yes, how we've changed, how we've evolved from animals that looked rather like chimpanzees that you saw in the film there, to modern humans like Carly and Stuart.
But first, we've got a game to play. Come on.
See you in a bit. Our very first ancestors moved around on all fours, like chimps do. So the biggest change that happened in our bodies was that we gradually learnt to walk on two legs. It took a long time and it was a very big change, but it was worth it in the end.
And this game is going to show you why. Now, what you have to do, you have to run from over here to over there and unwrap these parcels as you go along. Now, you've got to keep moving all the time. You're not allowed to unwrap them at the beginning or at the end. It's got to be whilst you're going along, OK?
Oh, that's going to be a doddle.
But there's one catch. You have to do the race on all fours. No arguing, that's the rules. Are you ready? Are you steady? And go! And there goes Mina, and there goes Stuart. Oh, and they're racing up the track now, trying to undo those presents, and someone's trying to use their teeth. But I don't see any wrapping paper flying around, and the last few stragglers are coming in now, and at the end of the race, the winner is no one. They're all spectacular losers.
Oh, dear. It wasn't as easy as you thought it was going to be, was it?
Nick, it's not fair. We can't do it all on first.
You couldn't, could you? Because you couldn't use your hands properly. Well, now you understand the problem our very earliest ancestors had. Once they learnt to walk on two legs, it freed their hands to do other things, like search for food or make tools. As soon as we didn't have to walk on these hands anymore, they became very clever. You look what happens to your hands when you unwrap your presents. Look how cleverly you can use them. You see, chimps can only do that with their thumbs and their fingers. But what we can do is this. We can use our thumb and our fingers very precisely, and only humans can do that.
Can we play with these now?
Yeah, of course you can. Off you go. See you in a while.
It must have been a huge advantage for our ancestors to walk on two legs, because really our backbones are designed for four-legged animals. See, an animal's back is a bit like a bridge, supported at either end by the legs, with a nice curve in the middle for extra strength. And my cousin Isabel B is a brilliant engineer, and she told me all about building things. And she said, if you stand a bridge up on its end, it's a bit like an animal standing up on two legs. Doesn't work very well.
Well, the building blocks of our backs are stacked one on top of another, like that. See? Like that. So to make that strong, stop it wobbling about, the curve has to come in a different place. It comes here at the bottom, up here in the chest, and a little tiny one at the top. And that's what gives our backs their strength.
Isabel wouldn't like this, Nick. I mean, look at the strain on this bit here.
Oh, that's quite right, you see, because this curve at the bottom of our spines comes in the small of our back, just there. And when people get backache, that's where they get it.
Yeah, and weak backs run in my family, Nick. In fact, my great-great-aunt Orthopedia Bee invented this brilliant mattress. You see, she... Yeah, well, I've got one anyway. Hey, I suppose really, we're just a variation on the basic chimp-like body model, just like this modern car here is a variation on this older model. Meow!
He's right, you know. But of course, we didn't change from looking like chimps to looking like modern humans overnight. It took millions and millions of years. Somewhere between 5 and 10 million years ago, we started walking on two legs. And then our brains got a bit bigger, so that we could start doing clever things like making tools. In fact, they went on getting bigger for quite some time. Also, our teeth changed from being big chimp-like teeth to being quite small like the ones we have today. And that's because their diet changed to include more meat, and also because we stopped using our teeth to fight and to catch our prey. And somewhere along the line, of course, we lost our fur coats like the ones that chimps have. And instead, we got a nice layer of fat underneath our skin to keep us warm. So maybe we lived in water for a while. But it wasn't until 40,000 years ago that there were human beings that looked like us, with big brains walking on 2 legs with little teeth. They looked very much like us, but their lives were very different. Didn't drive cars for a start.
Oh, Nick, wouldn't it be great to see how people really lived then? Wonder if I had any prehistoric relatives, like Ugby or something.
Well, you may not have done, but I know for a fact that I did.
What do I have to do with the... Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Where am I?
0 out of 10 for original remarks to make when you just travelled through time.
You mean...
Yes, you're in 13,000 BC. Now put that on before you catch your death of cold.
I can't wear this. I don't agree with wearing fur. Anyway, it smells.
Well, it's either that or run around in the nude. Take your pick.
I'll go and get dressed.
Mind your
Ow!
head. Are you hungry after your travels?
Yeah, I could kill a salami sarnie.
Well, I haven't got one of those. But I got some nice roots I've roasted in the fire. And I got a few leaves. And there's some blackberries in the cave.
Try one of the roots.
There you go.
Thanks. Oh, it smells a bit like a parsnip. Ugh, gritty city. Ugh.
Well, I suppose the food is a bit full of grit and sand. It does wear your teeth down.
Do you mind if we sat on the sofa? This is killing my knees.
Oh, you'll get used to it. Anyway, it's a really good way to sit. Keeps your back nice and straight. Anyway, what's a sofa?
It's something you sit on. Like this.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Sofa's usually more comfortable than this.
No, your posture. Terribly bad for your back to slouch like that. I tell you what, our teeth may be worn down, but I bet all you future people have got worn-out backs.
Yeah, anyway, I'm still hungry. Tell you what, I'll treat you. Where's the nearest Chinese takeaway?
You what? No, this is what we need. You are?
I can't eat this.
No, this is what we're going to catch our food with.
You mean we've got to hunt for dinner? Mammoth burgers?
No, I had those yesterday. Come on.
Oh, lovely. Would have been better with Yorkshire pudding and gravy, though.
No thanks to you. You're supposed to run after the wild animals, not away from them. Good job those people in the next cave had a spare deer leg.
Yeah, wasn't it amazing the way they used those axes and knives and stones and stuff?
Pretty healthy life, this, you know. Lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, bit of meat occasionally, loads of exercise.
Yeah. Talking of which, I'm ready for bed. Oh, I could quite like it here, you know. Oof. Once I got used to the smell.
It's got its disadvantages, though. It's really hard to find food sometimes, and it's ever so cold in the winter, and we're always getting diseases and illnesses.
Don't you have doctors and disciplines?
No, most people die when they're about 30.
Oh, I've just remembered. I've got to go. Nick! Thanks ever so much for having me. Help! Great food. Bring me back! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, where am I? Oh, what am I? Who am I? Nick! Nice to be back. I'll just go and get a salami sarnie.
I worry about him sometimes, you know. Anyway, the shape of human bodies hasn't changed very much since the days of the cave people. But what has changed is the size. People, at least in the rich countries of the world, now get enough to eat while they're young and growing, so they grow bigger. And if you want to see how much bigger they grow, you've only got to look at the clothes from the past. Take a look at these. And this dress is about 300 years old. Look how tiny it is. I'm not very tall. And look at the tiny, narrow waist on this little one from 150 years ago. And if you look at the shoes, these ones here, they're really small and narrow. Just compare them with my foot. And they're not very long either. And these little gloves, hands are just absolutely tiny. I could never get my fingers in there. And remember, all these are adults' clothes. In fact, the size of adults in the Western world has gone up by about this much, about 10 centimetres in the last 100 years.
So our bodies haven't really changed since the time of cave people. They just got bigger and stronger. Now, what's changed our bodies since then hasn't been evolution, but fashion. And it's fashions in body shapes that have made people do the most incredible things to their bodies. Look. Now primitive man lived a primitive life in sheepskin, feather and fur. So long as what he wore kept him warm, spearing boar, it suited him and also suited her. Life no longer under threat, the human form was set and remains much the same until today. What's changed year to year is how we appear and the fashions we have followed on the way. We're bigger now and stronger, we certainly live longer. Our whole design a mega hit, still we try to alter it by dieting ourselves slimmer, stretching ourselves trimmer. Do it all in fashion's name, not function but looks are the name of the game. 400 years ago, wealthy folks to let you know that the lives were a singular success would pad themselves about to fill their bodies out to show that they were feasting to excess. In Victoria's age, slender waists were the rage. A woman couldn't bear to look too stout. Corsets tight made their figures look right, but sometimes caused them to pass out. We're bigger now and stronger, we certainly live longer. Our whole design a mega hit, still we try to alter it by dieting ourselves slimmer, stretching ourselves trimmer. Do it all in fashion's name, not function but looks are the name of the game. In a person's quest to look their best, there was nothing so it seemed at which they'd balk. In China, feet were kept neat and petite by binding them till they could hardly walk. Platforms and heels may lengthen our appeal, whilst forgetting all the problems they create. We'll endure the surgeon's knife, even dart our way through life, and all to keep us up to date. We're bigger now and stronger, we certainly live longer. Bigger brains, smaller teeth, but we're still cavemen underneath. Running, jumping, easy, walking easy. Whatever we do in fashion's name, we shouldn't abuse or hurt or misuse, for function not looks are the name of the game. All those crazy things just to make us look different from the perfectly good shape we already are. Eh, Nick?
Silly, isn't it? We've come an awfully long way since the days when we looked rather like chimps, and it's taken millions and millions of years to produce the prototype.
All walking, all talking.